it's easier to remotely acquire and manage commercial real estate than is residential real estate. And something that, Scott Shield and Commercial Academy talked about when I was at the event last year was how you can, you can buy in 5 different markets, because if you focus on one, then, you might not see as much action. But I've seen kind of some people say do that where you can have more opportunity. And then some people say, focus in one area. What's your perception on kind of balancing that? Because, we just talked about the focus being valuable, but at the same time, like Durham, where I'm at, there's, not a lot of whole lot of volume. So you might not be able to buy as many of these deals. Like, how do you balance that as an investor?
Yeah. So I guess kind of building off my own experience and journey, it's like when I started looking at multiple markets and like if you think you pick 5 markets and 5 asset classes, well, that's 25 combinations that you could have to figure out. And this is already a little bit overwhelming, for someone just learning commercial real estate or real estate in general. And so I would gravitate more towards start extra focused. And if you feel like you've saturated every opportunity and every broker and every pocket of town, or maybe a more extreme example is, if you live in Orange County, California, and every deal trades for a crazy price per foot in a unexciting cap rate, and people are just happy to play defense here, that might be a reason to look at, maybe the suburbs or go out to a place like Phoenix, where, in my estimates, I make about double the cash flow or double the cash on cash return by flying over to Phoenix as I would in my backyard. And so if I'm doing a buy and hold and a cash flow strategy, that to me is worth, not being able to drive it and see it, every week. I'll go there once a quarter at least, or maybe once a month when I've got some active stuff going on, but there's not that much that I need to see day to day about it. And I think I see more people struggle with the overwhelm, then there's not enough opportunity here. And probably what's really happening is they aren't recognizing an opportunity. They don't know how to source deals. They don't know how to present themselves to brokers. They don't know how to talk efficiently and effectively to owners. They don't know how to consistently bring in deal flow, whether that's through, direct marketing or, use some of the online tools that are available. So, if you're a newbie going out there trying to get going on your first deal and you barely understand commercial real estate and you've not negotiated dozens or hundreds of deals and you don't have the tools and you don't have the resume and you don't have the track record and you're competing against guys like City Plat or someone who's got a dozen or half a dozen deals, that's not an easy thing. And if you put your broker hat on, which Graham, I know you can appreciate, you'd rather probably send a deal to someone who's a known closer, who you've transacted with multiple times, who has a track record, who's got cash in the bank or investors lined up or a fund in place, and that is going to close a deal versus the guy who's trying to figure it out. It's just, they're probably going to have a few false starts and things that make them skittish and scared and not recognize it. And they may be 30 days into due diligence before everyone realizes, this is a little thin for my liking. I over offered by $500,000 to $1 million. Let's move on. Great. You've wasted everyone's time for the last 45 days because you just haven't had that much practice and gotten that many reps in because you haven't done this before. And that's the beginner's journey.